was initially inspired to start this project because my friend told me in Alabama it's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. That idea, it kept haunting me for many months. I started doing research on the internet and I found books published by Scholastic about the topic of strange laws, and I got really interested in the legal aspects of all of the laws and how it affects our everyday lives. The reason for the Alabama law is actually really interesting and funny. When I was working with my fact checker, it turns out that it's actually Kentucky. What the urban legend tells is that back in the day, horse thieves used to put ice cream cones in their back pocket, and then they would claim that, oh, I didn't steal him, he followed me. The bicycle in the swimming pool photograph was really fun to make. That law goes back to whenever BMX riding and skateboarding was really popular in California in the 70s. Young teenagers would often break in the swimming pools, make it this skate rink type of situation whenever pools had no water in them in the winter time and fall. In Michigan, it's illegal to disguise a sparrow to look like a parakeet. Obviously, it's terrible to cover any kind of living creature to try to disguise it, but I couldn't find the reasoning for why this in particular was stated. The Connecticut pickle story, it's interesting because it's a food quality testing service where they have to make sure pickles bounce in Connecticut to make sure that they're edible, surprisingly. The Kansas law is interesting because it dates back to the Prohibition. What happened was people would have to conceal their drinking habits in that time, so teacups were the perfect way to do that. In Ohio, it's illegal to disrobe in front of a portrait, and it's not specifically of a man, but I like this play on words. I kind of liked that scenario of almost like a Big Brother's watching type of situation, and what we can and can't do. With this project, I think it's interesting to think about how any of these laws can affect any of our own lives and what is something that can happen from something that seems maybe so mundane, but can it affect your life in a major way?